Hello viewers, and hi, I'm back again, and today I would like to talk to you about and show you the new Minecraft mod that I made. I made it for a science fair project, and I thought I'd post about it and maybe put it up for download because I'm probably still gonna work on it, and yeah, I think maybe a few people may be interested in it. So here it is, Ed's Vanilla Improvement mod. Yeah, here it is. It's a Forge mod, so, you need Forge to be able to use it, but it has no other dependencies besides that. It can go in your mods folder. That's an easy way to install it, but it doesn't have to. It can just be installed right into your jar. And it's multiplayer compatible, which is always a big plus with these mods, and as can configure the item IDs and stuff like that. So it should be cross-compatible with almost any other mod. Now, I just launched Open Minecraft right here to show you what's up with this mod. I'll open up this world. As I said, it was a science fair project, so this is the world from demonstrating it there. Let me turn off the snow. And let me do that, and let me turn it to peaceful. So now once you have the mod installed, you won't notice anything right off the bat. Well, actually you may. One thing that this mod does do is that it changes the way the world spawns. That part of this mod was actually taken from another open source project mod called Infcraft. There's a bunch with similar names to that, so I'm not sure if it's Imthcraft, Imphycraft. There's a lot of them, but that is from that, and the reason I took it from there was because I thought that the way that mod changes world generation was really nice, and that if I was gonna try to do something like that myself, I would spend hours, years doing it, and it wouldn't be as good as the way that does it. So I just included him, included his thing, and I included also another part. I don't think it's from his GitHub, but I don't think it's in the current compiled release. It's something that modifies hunger so that food lasts longer, which I thought was really cool and isn't really that overpowered. So those are two sort of engine, I guess, sort of changing features of the mod. But let's get right down to items. So, might as well just spawn in a sword right now. You may see other stuff. But, and let's spawn in some pigs. And let's kill them. So, one of my favorite things that I added in this mod was bacon. Yes, bacon, because bacon is the real breakfast of champions. And those others may claim it as cereal. So the way you get bacon is sort of cheesy, but it's the way it is right now. You get yourself some pork chops. You plop them in a crafting bench like this, and it gives you raw pork chops. So let me just make as many of them as I can. And the way you cook this up is you get something that can burn, like, I don't know, get me some wood in here. And you can cook your raw bacon after waiting a little bit. Into cooked bacon, and cooking one piece of raw bacon gives you 2 pieces of regular bacon. I thought that was just fair because bacon's fairly thin, so whatever. Maybe I can change this texture so it looks like multiple strips. I don't know. But there's bacon. Let me put that in my hotbar, and let me game mode myself. So I'll just run around here explaining some of the other things. Hopefully I don't give you like vertigo or make you nauseous by running around like this. So the other thing that my mod adds is, well, one of the other things is it adds a legitimate way to get chain armor into the game, and the way you get that, whatever, I'll never be able to get my health down enough in a reasonable amount of time, so just know that it works. The other thing it adds is a way to get chain armor. So the way that you get chain armor is, you have to get iron, and you have to cook up a single piece of iron into an iron ingot. You plop one of them anywhere into the crafting bench, and it gives you 3 chains. So let me get a bunch of them. I think they can stack to 16. I don't know why I made it such a weird number. Guess I just wanted it to be unique. But once you get these chains, as you can see, for each piece of iron you get 3 chains. These chains you can use just like you would use any other material, and you can just craft your chain armor just like that, and it works the same way any other armor would. If you didn't know chain armor was in the game, it is, so I did not specifically add this piece of armor, but I added a way to get it, and it works. You can wear it, and it's actually fairly balanced within the vanilla game, so I didn't change any of the stats that way. I don't know why something like this should be in the vanilla game, like making chains. That's why it's called the vanilla improvement mod, because it just adds stuff that fits in good with the game, and isn't too out there. So something else I added in this mod that you may or may not have already seen is I added another new food source. That is, as you can see, this cooks up in here. Fried eggs. Always should have been in the game. It's a good thing to do with eggs, and it adds yet another food source to the game, along with bacon, that I find just make the game that little bit more fun. Now, after all those food things, there's still actually more that I have added, and I'm actually gonna get the materials to do this. Actually, yeah, that's what I need. So what it is, it's a material called Mythic Gems, and the way you make that currently is by making lapis blocks. Well, I can do this faster. So I guess my idea with this is to add something into the game that made it so lapis was not completely useless, even though lapis lazuli in real life is actually a precious gem and not... Wow, fail. I'm still gonna need to spawn it in. So the way you make the Mythic Gems is getting your lapis lazuli blocks, putting them like this, and putting a diamond in the center, and you get your Mythic Gem, which looks like this. This texture probably took me the longest to make out of any of the textures. I don't know why. So once you have these, I'm just gonna make myself another one because they are used for making tools, albeit only one of the tools is implemented at the moment. Wait, how do I... Let me look up in the crafting guide. I have crafting guide installed, So I wonder if my recipes, I've never used crafting guide with mods, so I don't know if anything will show up in here. Oh, looks like it does. How do you, oh, you put an emerald at the bottom. I knew it was something like that, so that's what you do. So, well, now you know this does work with crafting guide. Maybe not enough items. I haven't used not enough items with it, so it may or may not. It probably will, but can be certain with crafting guide that works. So 2 of these and an emerald gets you a mythic blade, and this is better than diamond, and fairly even, being that it takes 2 diamonds, a lot of lapis, and an emerald. So it's not completely overkill super powered, but it does make it so that killing any creature takes 1 less hit. And I haven't done any balancing. If people think this is too overpowered the way this is, then I'll maybe lower it, but that's how much damage it does currently. And yeah, I'm gonna probably implement other tools in the Mythic family as well, but that was the only thing I had time to do before the science fair, which is why I originally made this, was due. So there is actually yet another thing that I added with this mod that I'm gonna find right now, and that is emerald armor, which is probably the most generic thing that any mod could add, but you know, whatever. It goes with the theme of vanilla improvement. I'm not adding things that are too outlandish to the game. So you make it out of emeralds the same way you would make any other armor, excuse me, and you put it on and it looks like this. The texture for the actual armor, these I made, but the texture for the actual like 3D meshes I got from a texture pack I took from the it was a texture pack that had gone defunct at like beta 1.5 and was free to use by anyone, so that's where the texture for this is from. I'm not so certain about if I like the way it actually looks, so I may end up changing it, but I was running a bit short on time, so I had to do it like that. But good, it's becoming nighttime, so it's almost a perfect way to wrap it up. About balancing, these are worse than diamond armor, because even though emeralds mining are far less, let me turn up my brightness, are far more rare than diamonds by mining them, you can trade them with villagers. So out of at least my idea of fairness, I made it so they protect less than diamonds, but they do a little more than iron, but they are actually more durable than diamond. So yet again, not so certain about long-term balancing. If people think this should be changed, I'll probably change it, but that's the way everything is now. Again, this is my mod, Ed's Vanilla Improvement mod. What is it? I actually will need to look in here to see what it is. Yeah, version alpha 0.1.2. So I'm thinking about developing on this more. I've taken like a week's break. Thinking about soon implementing all of the mythic tools, and maybe even add a mod. But I'm thinking more foods and maybe even a plant or 2 before I try to do something like that, because that would take a lot of my time, and it would net with you guys thinking I've just abandoned the project. So that probably won't be top of my priority list for a while, actually. But one other thing to note, I don't have a server up in the world. But this is compatible, and I have tested that this does work in multiplayer. At least alpha 0.1.1 did, and I doubt I added anything that would break the multiplayer aspect of it. So if you want to throw this on a server with like anything besides Better Than Wolves, anything that uses Forge, go ahead, it should work. If there's item ID conflicts, you can simply go to your Minecraft directory, go to config, and go to vanillaimprovement.cfg, and inside of here you can change the item ID for all the items that are currently implemented in the mod. So yeah, that's everything that's implemented into Ed's Vanilla Improvement mod as of right now. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you like the mod and the video. So have fun playing.